Stephen Jules Radio Show. Are we? Oh my god, what a week it's been. What a week it has been. It's just finished the new album, and I feel really like, when you just feel that sense of achievement in your life. Yeah, well, that's how I feel right now. So it's available on Spotify, Bandcamp, streaming services, and it was Spirited Awakenings, it's called. It was just nice to try out new stuff with this album and shit, because that's what I do. I try new shit out, because that's what I am. I love trying new shit. You got to try new shit, and that's the thing. It's it's just amazing to be creative as possible. Man, it's been a cold day today as well. It's it was a cold one. But got a workout in, felt good. And not only that, it was nice to just have a sense of accomplishment this week. And that's what I feel. I feel great. That I just feel great that I was able to publish a new album, Spirited Awakenings, and just get as creative as I can, because that's what I did. But what happened recently? Cartoons in Australia, Pauline Hanson. If you watched her those political cartoons you see, which are quite funny, and they do some up the reality of what's going on. But like Robert Erwin, the son of Steve Irwin, threatened to sue Pauline Hanson for those cartoons. Now, how far has this cancel culture gone with cartoons in Australia? And yet the media is the first to take the piss out of right-wing politicians, but then whenever like a cartoon is done, which is funny, yet people don't see the humor of it, and they want to sue someone over a cartoon. I mean, are you for real? So Robert Irwin's gone and hired a lawyer to try and get the episode down that he was in. So that's what's been happening lately. It's how far are we gonna go as a society that we can't even have humor or a laugh anymore. Okay. Without being told, oh, we're going to have to, we've got to pull the episode down or take things down because it references this and that, and it goes against our terms and conditions and all this stuff. Yeah, so that's the point I'm trying to make. Okay. I feel that it's like sooner or later you just gotta get over it and move on and learn to have a laugh over those political jokes because they are funny. So I don't know why people are taking things too far and hiring a solicitor over a political cartoon. Now, I don't agree with everything Pauline Hanson says or does, but these cartoons are quite funny, to be honest with you. They are funny. And they're quite like telling the truth in some way of what was going on up in Queensland. Because the whole Australian economy is just a disaster. And for me, yeah, it's I mean, I do cartoons of myself all the time because I see the funny and humorous side to it. But it's like you get these woke politicians out there and these woke lefty media groups that, threatening cancel culture and basically, yeah, just trying to make people's lives a misery as well, which is just not cool. And you just can't be doing that stuff. Can't be doing that. Again, where is the sense of humor in Australian comedy and Australian cartoons? Without being, cancelling and all this cancel culture bullshit. I mean, I'm to the point where someone to do that, go to and try and sue over a cartoon. I don't get that. I don't get it at all. People should just learn to have a laugh, okay, and see the funny side to the cartoons. They're not real. Cartoons are not real. They are fictional characters. They're impersonating them. From what I saw and Bluey in the cartoon, I mean, speaking of Bluey, I keep seeing Bluey everywhere I go in the bloody shopping centre for some reason. It drives me nuts. Something interesting about that cartoon. Okay? Cartoons are there to help us laugh, forget, and take our minds off all the political shit that's going on and all the bad stuff that's going on in the world and have a laugh. Okay? Because we've just got to learn to laugh in cartoons. Clearly these left-wing media companies are just boring as hell. There's no sense of humor. Okay. But it's important that we enjoy our cartoons. As Australians. All right, the weather right now is 6 degrees Celsius, feels like 3.6 degrees Celsius, a low of 4 degrees, top of 16 degrees tomorrow. Clear. 0 to 1 millimeters of rain forecasted. Saturday, sunny with showers, a low of 6 degrees, top of 16, 0 to 1 millimeter. Sunday, sunny with showers, low of 7, top of 17, 0 to 1 millimeters. Monday, sunny, partly cloudy, a low of 5 degrees, top of 17 degrees, no rain. Tuesday, sunny with showers, low of 5 degrees, top of 19 degrees, 0 to 1 millimeters of rain. Wednesday, sunny, partly cloudy, low of 5 degrees, top of 19 degrees, 0 to 1 millimeters of rain. Thursday, sunny, low of 2 degrees, top of 17 degrees, no rain forecasted. Yeah, now, speaking of, weather, Peter Dutton apparently is planning to plant nuclear power stations in Australia versus solar panels. Now, I hear that people are getting phone calls of people trying to sell solar panels and shit and stuff like that. And these, yeah. It's like, I don't see the point for solar panels. I just, yeah. I think it's just a waste of time. People trying to, yeah, live with solar panels, I guess. The state of New York, apparently they're going to add more toilets. Might need more relief. Mayor Eric Adams, is hopefully going to add more toilets in the Big Apple. Because the state of New York City doesn't have enough toilets. Now, this is obviously America, for instance. But, as you guys have ever heard of the subway, yeah, is quite dirty, and apparently the state of New York City has become like a dirty place since the budget cuts. It's just quite. I mean, those subway trains, I've heard a lot of not nice thing as well. You know that. Yeah, I just think that the state of New York, I mean the whole of America all right, is in a very sad situation and a very dark place. And I will keep talking about this with Joe Biden. Clearly doesn't know what he's doing. The son, Hunter Biden, was a crack addict, done illegal things, and yet Joe Biden did everything he could in his power to basically cover up his wrongdoing, I guess. I feel that, yeah, since Joe Biden's the president of the United States of America, guys, for me, it's like, well, who the hell is doing their job to run the country properly? Clearly America's gone to shit as well, which is not good. It's just quite bad to see that happen in what we've had to deal with in the economy. Okay. Now, I feel that, now is a time for us to basically start waking up and start seeing the other side to Donald Trump, where the truth was always being told, and yet I've said it before, like, these left-wing media companies like CNN and NBC talking lies, and not only that, they are writing false articles about his family, which is not true. And oh my God, I don't know how much has he had to put up with. I bet it doesn't surprise me if you're a politician, would you read the news? You probably wouldn't, I think. I think because part of your job is you're doing media, and you don't want to be starting your day off on a negative impact and a negative headline because of a journalist stirring up trouble to try and ruin your reputation because you said something that was the truth, and the left didn't like it, or vice versa, the right didn't like it. It could happen to either party, either any politician. There are politicians here that are very, have to be very careful in what they say to the media because it can go against them. So if you've noticed in a press conference, there's certain questions that you just do not ask politicians because they know they don't want to be put on the spot and made to be look like an idiot. Like when Anthony Albanese forgot the unemployment rate. I mean, didn't that give us a clue as to how come he couldn't answer the official unemployment rate in Australia. It was a basic question. Yeah, that to me, cost of living pressures, of course, the inflation problem happened. I mean, we've still got inflation. Apparently, the Reserve Bank of Australia is keeping interest rates at what's the inflation rate? Is it 3.6% or the cash rate target? Well, from what I can see here on the Reserve Bank of Australia, I'll give you the inflation update. The cash rate target is 4.35%. That was effective on the 19th of June 2024. The next update will be 2:30 p.m. on the 6th of August 2024. Inflation Consumer Price Index is 3.6%. The monthly indicator for April 2024 was 3.6%. Basically the trade weighted index was 63.5. I mean, I'd hope we can get, Donald Trump was able to get gas prices down under $2 a litre. Even last year, some places it went up $2 a litre, even more. The math does add up. We have seen what has happened with the inflation problem. This all started as well, when Albo took over, stuffed it all up. Part of it too, yes, was the invasion of Ukraine. Putin invaded Ukraine. I don't know how long that war's going to go on. Obviously, there's things that I can't control, but we live in Australia. And I'm just fed up of small businesses having to close the doors, and you will start to see soon in the city as well, and country towns, small pubs and clubs are going to have to close because it's just getting too expensive to run the place. It's because of the overhead costs to keep the bar or whatever open. If they've kept the rent the same, if they haven't increased the rent, that's good. But if they have, then they've had to put up their prices to make a profit, which is to me, I think it's, I mean, that they don't want to do that, but at times they have to do it. If you get what I'm trying to tell you. Because that's what running a small business is. At the end of the day, you want to make a profit. That's what we got to do. But unfortunately, it's becoming near impossible now just to break even running a cafe. And there's people who have lost their life savings running a business that didn't work out. And that to me yeah, is not good at all. Um, yeah, it's to me, it's like, well, it's like recently you had a travel agent in Sydney, right? Who basically conned customers, took the money. Some people have lost their life savings, right? Took the money and they never received the tickets. There was nothing booked. So I think it's I feel that, yeah. I think it's a point where who do we trust? I mean, for someone to do that, and take someone's hard-earned money, okay, it's just quite sad, you know, that this would happen. To people who just wanted to go on a holiday. Okay. Now, I'd hope that yeah, justice shall be served when someone does something like this, okay? And then all of a sudden, people have lost everything. It really saddens me, okay? Um, gone are the days where it's like, you can't trust people anymore. I'm fed up of all these scammers. Okay. I'm sick and tired of people that they think they can just go around ripping people off. Right. And what they do, they take the money and they just spend it on luxury, and they never do the work, give the tickets. It's like, if you guys heard of that Melissa Caddick, for instance, who was a con artist. Basically, it's like, people who are doing scamming people like that. I mean, sooner or later, it's going to bite you in the backside. Living that see, what these scammers are doing is they're scamming people, okay? Yeah, not only that, they take advantage of people. All right. I mean, there's scammers out there. I mean, it really just it really saddens me quite a fair bit, guys. That this stuff would happen. What they do is they will go and set up a business to make it look legit. Okay. Now, this travel agent conned 50 people with fake itineraries. Now, she's being charged with fraud. Okay. Now, basically, she was issuing fake airline ticket itineraries, and the people booked their holidays at least $500,000 out of their pocket over this scam. Zara Rashid, she's 53. She's going to face court next month. She was charged with 16 fraud offences. Quote Daily Telegraph. She allegedly took customer payments for overseas trips but never made the bookings with airlines or hotels. Quote Daily Telegraph. Now, she ran Travel World Sydney at Arncliffe. Okay, in Arncliffe. And she's dummied up travel documents with reference numbers, seat allocations, and she made them look like formal tickets. Now, Detectives, they started investigating her last month after multiple complaints about her. And there was a family of at least 35 people that booked a lifetime trip to Greece. They paid $160,000 and they found out the tickets did not exist. They've contacted Emirates to change seating allocation. But before they were meant to leave Sydney, but apparently, yeah, they were never booked. Now, how come this happened? Where people like this. Now, Rashid was arrested in Kingsgrove at her unit. She was taken to Cogra police station and charged with 16 counts of dishonesty, obtained financial advantage by deception, quote, Daily Telegraph, quote. So 50 people have been scammed, at least out of pocket of $500,000. Okay. And it's quite sad that these con people they just think they can just get away with things like this. So I don't know. I don't know. All these scammers, fraudsters out there creating their Ponzi schemes, pyramid schemes, taking people's money, and what do? They go and spend it on their own luxury holidays and never give any tickets, or they make it look so legit. Oh dear. Oh dear, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, well, this is the world we live in, guys, right now. It was like the Fire Festival. Remember that? Billy McFarlane? The Fire Festival, same thing, a con man. Yeah, a lot of these scammers, con artists, they're very good at overhyping things and overpromising and making things sound, especially, and what these con artists do, it's not just people who have disabilities, but it's a lot of people, especially with people with disabilities that like to target elderly people because they know how to persuade them with psychological manipulation tactics and false promises and false hope and they make it sound too good to be true. Yeah, so that for me is quite sad, and hopefully justice shall be served. Well, hopefully, if Donald Trump does get re-elected for this year's presidential election, that he can get rid of the tipping society or not be charging taxes on tips, which is quite not fair for American citizens out there working on a minimum wage in the service industry for $1 an hour, getting treated like shit and having to rely on tips. And in some states, they're taxing tips. Now, why on earth would the government, you know, I don't know. When you buy food and beverage, they charge like a sales tax. That's like a GST. So the business owner is already having to pay for that, and not only the tip is what helps the employees make a living, and they're only working for $2 an hour. And having to rely on tips is just quite slavery. And a minimum wage, $7.50 an hour, working in McDonald's as a slave, for the owner to get rich and make the owner of the corporation a profit. The American economy is in a lot of trouble. I mean, Donald Trump did quite a lot of good for the economy of the United States of America to make America great again. And I wish him all the best for his presidential campaign, because we do need sorry, we do need to have change for the better and not false hope, because giving someone false hope is just, to me, a recipe for disaster when you do that. I've had, especially when family members give you false hope, I've had that happen to me as well. You feel that you've been lied to, they've backstabbed you in the back, but the saying "what goes around comes around" is definitely true. So, as I said here tonight on the podcast, and I'm wondering, well, we've got to uncover the truth here. because the truth is very important. But people who give people false hope are like they're people I just don't want to be around. And when it's family, it's the worst when family screw you over or backstab you behind your back. That's the worst. A lot of families are breaking up now because of family will and dishonesty and lying, cheating people. Gossiping, rumors about one another. And yeah, you just think, well, isn't you know, family supposed to stick together, especially now, uncertain times, hard economic times, families fight, cost of living again, the cost of living pressures, the mental health crisis of COVID-19. Apparently we're predicting another fall in the stock market, a World War III. That is, you know, it could happen. Apparently, there's an economist that is predicting another GFC worse than the 2008 global financial crisis. I mean, history's repeating itself, isn't it? Remember in 2008, in the 2008 global financial crisis? In America, even harder than here. But I suppose if we can, just prepare ourselves for hard economic times, I guess it makes us stronger when we going through these troubled times in this era. Yeah, so that's what we've had to put up with now. Yes, I mean, I do believe that change sooner or later has to happen. Yeah, including in politics as well. But it's how we carry ourselves forward and just try to improve our daily life. Because I'm going to leave it there. Don't forget to listen to the new album. Please do, because it supports me and my work. You can purchase it on Bandcamp, Spirited Awakenings. I've uploaded more music to Pond 5 and Emotion Elements, so please go ahead and check it out. Also, your purchase helps me be able to produce more of this amazing content because that's what we're here for on the Stephen Shields radio show. I think it's like, what, a Thursday night? Is it Thursday? Yeah, it must be Thursday, God. The week's gone very fast this week. Yeah, so that's all I've got for tonight, guys. Have a good night, good morning to you. Bye for now.